the experienced man, the sexually experienced man is more desirable and more attractive.
So we've got Natasha, we've got a real girl in here. First of all, Natasha, I want you to be totally honest. All right, this video is for men. It's not for women. So we can be brutally honest. We can crush feelings. It doesn't matter. I don't want you to hold back. I want you to say it from a woman's perspective. A girl who gets hit up all the time by guys. A girl with a lot of options. We're going to get your honest opinion here. So the question is about one-itis. Do you respect orbiting beaters? There's the answer, guys. All right, you don't have to. Never listen to what a word a girl says. Watch the reaction. If you didn't see that reaction, play it back. Next question.
You just said don't listen to what a girl says, so why am I even on here?
Because you watch the body language. We're looking for body language.
So you can ask me questions or not?
We'll ask you questions. I just asked you the first question. You gave your answer, and we appreciate that. We appreciate your brutal honesty.
Well, would you like words about that?
No needed. And guys, or maybe you can verify this. Should a man trust what a woman does, or should he trust what a woman says?
He should trust what a woman does.
There you go.
Because women say a lot of things, but does their walk match their talk? A lot of times it doesn't.
There you go. How many orbiting beaters have you had in your life? Would it be thousands?
It would be thousands from the age of 12.
And what is an orbiting? What does an orbiting beater do for you as a woman? What sort of needs do they meet?
An orbiting beater meets emotional needs for a woman when her number one option is not available. So that could be conversation, quality time, compliments, affection, but it can also be favors. So favors done for the woman, or it could be financial, using the man for coin. But yeah, I'd say it's so emotional, and then with physical it's favors, and there's also finance.
Sex
with the orbiting beaters.
Yeah.
No.
That's the someone do that into a story. Thank you very much, Natasha. All right, so that's the cold hard truth. What else can a guy ever get out of the friend zone? Once you put a guy in the friend zone, can he get out of that?
No, because if he's in the friend zone, there's something that he's done, and that's etched in the woman's mind forever, and she will remember the man for that. He could totally transform himself, and that would lead her to, think about him and maybe change her mind. But how common is that? Is a man going to totally transform himself into a desirable man that she would want when he was originally an orbiting beater? So I'd say it is possible, yes, but it's highly unlikely.
So it's more like unicorn level. Maybe unicorns. We don't have any proof unicorns don't exist. Do you have any proof of an orbiting beater transforming the friend zone? Have you ever had an orbiting beater, transcend your friend zone?
Well,
thousands.
Well, that would be you back in the day.
Me
versus now.
There you go.
Yeah, you is who I know that transform themselves.
How did I transform that?
Well, I only knew you from age 38, is that right?
Yeah.
But based on all of the stories you've told me from back in the day when you were a teenage virgin and...
Oh, I mean, as in, I wasn't in the friend zone though, was I? You mean I've transformed myself before I knew you?
What? I'm saying, based on the stories you've told me of girls inviting you to their homes and you're thinking you're in and you're going to get laid, but they just want time and attention because the number one option and the alphas weren't available.
Yeah, I was an orbiting beater for them when I was back in the day.
Way back in the day, yeah.
But was I an orbiting beater for you?
Oh, for me.
Yeah, that's the question. You missed that. That's okay.
Was that the question?
Oh,
I obviously misheard.
That's like, I mean, yeah, maybe I misspoke. That's all right. We can chop that anyway. That's all good.
Were you an Albany beater for me?
Yeah.
No.
All right, so the other question is, can an Albany beater... Oh, hang on. So I guess the real question is, once a man is placed in the friend zone, once he's an Albany beater with a woman, if he wants sex from her, or if he wants sex in general, isn't he better pursuing another woman than wasting his time? Because for her to change her mind is like most very, very unlikely, and he's better off.
Yes, it's highly unlikely, and he should pursue other women
who will be interested in him.
Who will be interested, in him. But if he keeps being placed in the friend zone, then he needs to stop and assess what's going on. Why am I being placed in the friend zone all the time?
Yeah.
So you have to do some self-reflection and improvement. And, you're probably a really nice guy. But...
nice guys don't get laid.
That's not the solution. There's a lot more to it. And I'm not sure how much time you've got, Harley. But we can go in depth about this in another video.
Yeah, let's do that. All right, let's do that. Can a woman smell a man's body count? Can she sense he's getting regular sex? Or is he like a desperado? Do you think you can sense that?
You can definitely sense when they are a desperado. Can you sniff out if they're getting regular sex? Yes. Their exact body count or ballpark? No. That's harder to pinpoint.
And when you sense a guy's desperate for sex, what does that make you feel?
It turns me off, personally.
Because he's desperate because he's got no game, and then you're thinking, well, other chicks don't want to fuck him, why would I?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yeah, but there's two types of guys here, because there's the fuckboys that only care about sex and they just want sex, and then there's the desperados that aren't getting sex but want sex.
Yeah.
But the fuckboys are getting sex.
That's right.
So what are you specifically referring to?
The incels. Incels is a term.
The involuntary celibates.
I was there in my life, so I can relate. Yeah.
So what's your question about the incels?
Can a woman smell an incel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure if an inexperienced woman can.
Oh yeah, if she's like 17, or if she's a virgin, or she's just new on the scene, then yeah, probably not as much. Yeah.
But a woman with
options
and experience, definitely she can sense.
All the women that men are generally.
An incel, yeah.
I agree. Very good. All right, done. Do women prefer men who have a higher body count or low body count? I.e., men who are experienced or men who aren't that experienced?
In relation to what? Prefer him as a
sexual partner. A
sexual partner, as a long-term boyfriend, or a friend with benefits, or
a guy she's gonna fuck.
A regular hookup. What are you talking about?
A guy she's attracted to. If you've got a twin, let's say you got twin brothers, right? Mm-hmm. And this twin, he's like ticks all the boxes, and the other twin ticks all the boxes, but one twin, has got a body count, and the other twin is like, maybe he's banged one chick, two chicks, or a few chicks. The other one's just like full on. Works in porn and blah, 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 blah. Worked as an escort in Tokyo.
Why does it have to be so black and white?
Because we're just trying to paint the imaginations here, right?
So black and white with him all
See,
the time.
But which one would you be thinking like, oh yeah,
The experienced man, the sexually experienced man is more desirable and more attractive.
What I love about Natasha is she doesn't fear judgment. She's just going to say the fucking facts. Some of these chicks out there, they ask these questions like, the nice guy, the guy who's 5 foot, like the nice guy, and it's like...
Come on, so black and white with you. It's 5 foot or 6 foot.
We're just saying, all right? We're just saying. Men have a women have a height range, men have a weight range. You know, it's just how we are. We're shallow.
Terrible.
We're shallow.
Absolutely.
We're shallow animals,
terrible.
us humans.